Hey everyone, Bry2J here. This is in response to Shartimus Prime's How Did I Start Collecting Action Figures video. Uh, kind of simple, I guess. I remember having all the WWF figures, and the Ninja Turtles, and Mask, and G.I. Joe, and stuff, when I was a kid. I would go to Toys R Us with my parents on weekends, and I would most likely walk out with something. Um, Later on, Kenner Toys released the Alien versus Predator set way before the movie. Um, and I remember getting the 2-pack, and then later on doing a mail away for the Stealth Predator. Uh, let's see. I also had a bunch of Iron Man stuff, a bunch of Spider-Man stuff, a bunch of Batman stuff, X-Men the Animated Series. I had a bunch of toys growing up. Uh, my childhood friends would always come over, and he and I would have wrestling matches, and then we would have like Spider-Man and Batman, and we didn't care that they weren't the same universe. Like, they would all be together, and there was the big battle. We would have battles for days. Um, then later on, he introduced me to Star Wars, and uh, being a fan immediately, I bought all the Star Wars Powers of the Force figures, and even did a Lay's Chips mail away to get Ghost Obi-Wan, which I still have somewhere. Um, so yeah, I mean, toys have been a thing of mine for a while. I would take the Star Wars toys upstate New York a lot whenever he and I would go, because his parents rented a cabin all summer, and I would spend a week out there, and we would have like the Battle of Endor, or just reenactments, because like I had these speeder bikes, and when you hit the button, they split apart, like they crashed. Um, and so I had a go bag of toys. Um, Funny story about the go bag. I was in high school. I forget what grade. Uh, Probably like sophomore or senior year. I had two very similar colored backpacks, one with toys and one with books, and I accidentally took the one with toys to school. Didn't realize until I got to class, because 7 a.m., what high school student wants to get up and go to class, It's 7 a.m. It had to have been a Monday, because I've been a night owl forever. So I grabbed the wrong bag. Found out when I needed a notebook that instead I had a Obi-Wan, um, or X-Men, or I forget. It was probably a mixed bag. So needless to say, I made sure I never took the wrong bag to school again, because it was kind of embarrassing. I laugh about it now. That's why I'm telling you guys. So yeah. Uh, Also, down the line, I collected uh, Marvel Legends. Still have those, the Toy Biz ones. Uh, I have Transformers. Still have those. They're just all put away right now because I need the space. Um, After all that stuff, I discovered the import figures from Mafex, SH Figuarts, and Figma. Um, those I still have all displayed right now, alongside my Hasbro Marvel Legends. Um, but I started collecting all those because after I saw them in the store, I bought Batman first, the Mafex Batman 002. It was the first version of that Christian Bale Batman. I looked online and I discovered Shartimus Prime on YouTube, and I saw he had it, and he, had the same complaint that I had, where the arms pop off and he breaks apart pretty easily. There was no wiring in the cape, so it was just cloth. So a bunch of the same issues. But yeah, I mean, I immediately hit subscribe, and I started following him because I'm like, this guy is a real, customer service reviewer, you know. So yeah, after discovering Shartimus Prime and Sean Long and a bunch of others on YouTube, all having real opinions about a select toy, I actually got recruited by my friend Steve to be part of the Inner City Geeks. Steve, who was a work friend at the time and later became one of my closest friends, he actually was like, hey, Brian, I need you to review toys for the website because we don't have toys. It's the one geek-related item not on the website. I think you'd be great at it, yada, yada, yada. So I was kind of like, I'm super excited to be part of the team, but in my head I'm thinking, how do I do this? Because it was kind of frightening because I've never done anything like this before. Like the world of YouTube at this point was only watching, not providing. So the first figure that I recorded was the Figma Amazing Spider-Man figure. And although the figure had a lot of issues, it was a great piece to record. I'm like, oh, let me figure out how to pose it and come up with like random things about this video, pictures and posing and everything. But being nervous, I nearly quit right before I began. And then I thought immediately, like, well, Shartimus Prime had a first day doing this. Sean Long had a first day doing this. Every reviewer that I had watched had a first day, and they got through it, and so naturally I did. And it went from Spider-Man to the Walking Dead TV series Daryl with the chopper, the Greg Capullo designer series figures, SH Figure Arts Goku. So like I recorded a lot, and I had multiple videos before I knew it. But they were only on the Inner City Geeks website. So then, midway through recording all these videos, I came up with something clever. I came up with the thing, since hashtags are big, I was like, oh, hashtag geek approved, and it stuck, and it became a clever thing. And I had a rating system toward the end, and, I started out using my iPhone at the time, and then I got a camera, and then I started using that. So yeah. Action figures have been a part of my life for a long time. Earlier this year, had it been like, actually I think it was like around Christmas time of 2015 into January, I took a big hiatus because I felt burnt out by doing all this. And then it was actually my girlfriend who was like, hey, don't quit this. It's what you love. And I thought about it. I'm like, you're right. And I repackaged and I came up with the term "Yay Toys," and I put it in quotes and I had the exclamation point. You know, make it look like I'm just not saying it, but when you read it, you're saying it. Um, and you know, it caught on, and I created a YouTube channel, which I never thought I'd do, and within within the 29 videos that are up there, um, 30 if you count the bonus video that I put up there last week. Um, I I have 11 subscribers and like 1,000+ views total, and I'm thrilled. I never thought I'd have this. Um, but I wouldn't have started reviewing toys at all if it wasn't for guys like Shartimus Prime and Sean Long. Um, like it's hard work, and I see what they go through. It's uncomfortable posing. Not just, I mean, posing the figure is fun, but posing your body to get that figure in the proper thing, just for the picture, just for the video. Anywhere from 90 seconds to 10 minutes. It's hard because you have to like stretch in ways that are just uncomfortable depending on your setup. Like right now, I use a trifold board, a poster board for the background. I'm going to change my setup soon, but I lay on my floor, on my stomach, to get the proper shot. And, after doing multiple videos, I get kind of cramped. Um, so yeah, like, I see what these guys go through, and I respect the hell out of them. And it's a lot of fun at the same time. Um, so earlier this year, I got to meet Shartimus in person in Midtown Comics, the week of the New York Toy Fair. Um, so the night I met Shartimus, he introduced me to a bunch of others, including X-Manny87, who became one of my closest friends. Um, at Midtown Comics, we all bonded immediately. Shartimus is a really good dude, for those of you that don't know him. And he too was a close friend. Uh, and he's also an inspiration to all of us, because without guys like him, who knows what the world of action figure YouTube would be like? Like, would there be one? I mean, there are others out there, and I'm sure there are probably others that started before him, but he's a known name. Like, I have a friend who goes by Daddy Ivo, and when I mentioned that I know Shartimus and Sean, he's like, "Oh, these guys are legends in California." So, like, they're YouTube celebrities, apparently. Uh, yeah, I mean, knowing that these guys do what they do and inspire others to do that, it's great. And knowing that my channel is being viewed by people and I'm slowly becoming an inspiration, at least I hope. So yeah. I guess just, if you're a geek, be a geek and be proud. If you're an action figure collector, pose them. Um, like, if you love doing what you're doing, don't stop. So, I guess that's it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. and keep on collecting. And this is Bright2J signing off.